Sarah and Ashley have been working with Dr. Paul Saladino, who joins us now also to discuss is internist nutrition specialist, Dr. Melina Jampolis. Weighing in via Skype, we have cardiologist Dr. Joel Kahn. And so I want to spend a little time digging a little deeper here into why this may be working for Sarah and Ashley. But more importantly, I just want to ask you, Dr. Saladino, when you're looking at this and you say, okay, all animal products all the time, that's it, nothing else. Why did you decide to recommend that approach?
So to be fair, when I first heard about this diet a few years ago, I thought it was a little bit crazy too. And what I discovered when I really dug into the research was eye-opening. It was so revealing. I think that some of the most eye-opening things that I discovered in my research was all of these toxins that are found in plants, from lectins, isothiocyanates, oxalates, polyphenols. All of these things can be triggering to the immune system by damaging the gut. And I think this is what's such a radical concept here, so that when we eliminate plants, we're eliminating fiber, and we can certainly talk about the lack of human need for fiber or the lack of actual medical evidence that fiber is beneficial for humans, but we're also eliminating all of these potentially damaging things that can cause immunologic activation in humans. And I think that's what we see going on here, is that people are, when they're eating a carnivore diet, and there are thousands of people doing this now, including myself, we get all of these nutrient-rich foods without any of the toxins found in plants, and we see incredible changes in terms of all sorts of diseases beyond, autoimmune diseases across the board are changing in a way that just is so striking to me.
Dr. Jampolis, I will allow you to respond.
I don't know what research you're reading, but there are literally thousands of studies showing the benefits of polyphenols. Let's start with those, for example, plant-based nutrients in the diet. And specifically in terms of lupus, and these poor girls, if they have an autoimmune condition, could be eliminating foods that have been proven to actually benefit lupus. Plus, they're young girls. By eating such a heavy meat diet, they increase their risk of premenopausal breast cancer by 65%, colon cancer. They're not worried about it now, but this is a lifestyle. They've said it themselves. If they continue this for the next 40 years, I can almost guarantee you that they will have colon cancer, and I pray not breast cancer too. I like the idea of eliminating toxins. I think, there's a lot of pesticides in foods, but the idea that the parts of plants that protect them against the environment, which is what you're talking about in terms of lectin and polyphenols, are somehow detrimental to humans. We're not plants. We don't live on air and water and sunshine. We're humans, and the polyphenols in particular have extraordinary benefits in terms of health. There's hundreds of studies.
I would challenge you to show me a single study that shows any harm from meat in terms of the gut that's interventional. So much of what we're looking at here with meat, it's been wrongly vilified. You're making these claims that meat is going to increase the risk of breast cancer or colon cancer. This is completely false and unfounded. Meat and animal foods are the most nutrient-rich foods on the planet that humans have been eating throughout our evolution.
I'm not saying meat is not nutrient-dense, and I'm not a vegan person.
To imagine that a food that has been at the center of our evolution throughout our path as humans would cause colon cancer, heart disease, or anything is completely evolutionary and inconsistent. And there is not a single study in existence that shows that eating meat at an interventional level is an increased risk of colon cancer.
There's not a single study with nutrition and interventional
studies. Okay, so what I don't want this to become is a food fight between you two, but what I would actually address is there are so many different theories on food. And I just cannot handle it when someone vilifies all fruits and vegetables, someone else vilifies all meats. What I do care about is long-term health.